for Cooking with Tiffany and Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home, Tiffany DuBois-Morales. Now, the other day I posted a little reel of me and Eric going to Zorba's Tavern on Fairmount Avenue for lunch. So for today's video, I am inspired to go very Greek with my theme. So in this case, we're going to be doing Greek spiced roasted asparagus along with Greek marinated and roasted rump roast. Before I forget, thank you as always to the guys at Giunta's Prime Shop at Ready Terminal Market for always having my various cuts of beef available, and to everybody at Vine Brothers Produce for my amazing selection of vegetables, herbs, hot peppers, onions, and anything else you can think of. Also, hi goes to Miss Audrey, who always winds up bringing this up over at Vine Brothers. Hope you're watching at this point now. So sit back, relax, and we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So the first thing that we're going to do is marinate our beef rump roast. And before I forget, thank you as always to all of my buds at the Head Nut, also at Reading Terminal Market, for having a fantastic selection of spices. In this case, we're going very traditional Greek. So these are the dried spices I like to use personally for pretty much all of my dishes, but yeah, especially for my Greek ones. So we have black peppercorn, red pepper flake, because you guys know how much I love a good amount of heat to be incorporated into my dishes. Sumac, because this has really good lemony and acidic flavor profiles that you're really going to want to incorporate with any and all Greek dishes. You have your Mediterranean marjoram, which is a dried herb that most Greek yiyas always wind up using, and a little oregano, also dried, because if you go into any Greek's household, you will find plenty of fresh or like really freshly dried oregano that gets incorporated in everything from dressings to marinades for any cut of beef, lamb, seafood. Like, pick a protein, there will be oregano in it. We're also going to go ahead and add in our fresh dill, which is just an amazing herb that I greatly enjoy nowadays in my various Greek dishes. So we're just going to add this in. 3 of the thinly shaved or thinly sliced pieces of garlic, along with 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, because Worcestershire is a great way of actually tenderizing your proteins. If you add it to any of the marinades that gets incorporated into various dishes, Worcestershire sauce is a great way of just incorporating that together. So at this point now, we're just going to go ahead and flip everything, ensure that it is, you know, properly and fully seasoned and coated. And we're just going to let this kind of marinate for a couple of minutes while we get our asparagus ready for dinner. So we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So our rump roast is marinating right now, and at this point we need to go ahead and season our asparagus. Now, everybody kind of knows that I have various tricks to ensure that everything is properly seasoned. This is just another way of getting everything ready ahead of time. So I'm using the same dried spices on here as we did in our rump roast. So our black peppercorn, our red pepper flake, sumac, the Mediterranean marjoram, and the oregano. One of my viewers did ask if there was any way of mixing all of your spices with your vegetables without incorporating things like olive oil or you know, any kind of fat in the dish. There is Worcestershire sauce. So we are going to add this in. I'm only going to do 1 tablespoon in this, but this is another way of ensuring that your vegetables get all of the seasoning. You put everything in, you close the lid, and you go ahead and you just kind of mix your vegetables inside of the bag. This is a less messy way of ensuring that everything is seasoned properly. So there you go. Now, a couple of things I'm going to do differently this round compared to other episodes where I've done asparagus all nice and roasted is I'm going to go ahead and lay all of this out nice and flat. Nothing is going to be overlapping on top of the pan because I haven't finished seasoning this yet. Now, one of the ingredients that I love incorporating into most dishes is, you know, lemon zest as well as lemon juice. Well, this is asparagus, and this is the thinner asparagus, so it's going to cook even quicker than if it was, you know, the thick stalks. And also, when you're grating lemon zest or any kind of zest onto your scraper, you want to get it where you aren't at the white part of the pith, because this is extremely bitter. So this is the perfect shade that you want to see for your lemon zest. in particular. So another trick that I have is just kind of rolling it. Lemon zest is, amazing and delicious, and more importantly, has 0 calories whatsoever. This is going to go ahead and really perfume your dish, and as you can see, you get the nice little bits that you get to like just go ahead and mix in. You can use as much or as little lemon zest or just citrus zest as you want. But I like having lots of zest incorporated, so I'm going to basically go ahead and just zest this whole lemon. But you don't need to see all of that, so we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So I have finished zesting our lemon onto our asparagus. I have thinly sliced our yellow onions, which we are just gonna very simply kind of semi-garnish on our asparagus. Add in our garlic as well. Along with our single serrano hot pepper and the stems of fresh dill. Now, our oven is completely preheated and is set at 425 degrees. So all of this is literally going to cook in about 5 minutes. At this point, our rump roast is really nicely marinated, and the last thing we're going to do is, add in the lemon juice and then, throw it in the oven for at least, 45 minutes before we check it, and, double check that it's cooked properly and to a perfect medium rare temperature. And as always, do not forget to rest your protein. So it'll get rested for a solid 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll start slicing it all up. So timing wise, I think I did good, but we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So asparagus is almost done, and our rump roast is ready to go. We are just going to add in our lemon juice, and a very thin amount or small amount of water was added so that, everything gets cooked the way it's supposed to. So we will be back with the finished look, at least for the asparagus. So cheers. All right, everybody. So while we wait on the rump roast to finish cooking, I figured I would go and whip up a little fresh dessert for us to enjoy, and this is something that you can easily incorporate into breakfast as well. So what I have in here are some simply chopped fresh peaches, along with 1 cup of blueberries and a little bit of fresh mint, some nutmeg and cinnamon. here we go. We have our peaches. We're going to pour in our blueberries. We're going to take our mint that we took off of the stem and just kind of mix it in as garnish. Do a few dashes of our cinnamon, a little bit of our nutmeg, and take a little mixing spoon that we have and mix all of this together. Now, what's going to happen is the juices from the peaches is going to allow your cinnamon and your nutmeg to be coated through everything. The mint is gonna be nice and refreshing, and for anybody that likes, you know, fresh blueberries in your dishes, this is a fantastic little side dish. So we have that, and all we now need to do at this point is, you know, simply garnish in your mixing bowl. Now, this isn't anything super complicated, but one of my other viewers had asked if I could do some simple, like, fruit-based desserts. We'll be back with the finished look of those beautiful rump roast. All right, everybody, we are back, and check it out. We have our finished Greek marinated and roasted rump roast, along with our Greek spiced roasted asparagus side, and not photographed right now is the blueberry and peaches, you know, little dessert dish that I also whipped up while we were waiting on the rump roast. As always, thank you so much to everybody at Vine Brothers Produce, Giunta's Prime Shop, the Head Nut, and Whole Foods Markets for always having a fantastic selection of produce, meats, spices, and, you know, my garlic. I am your host for Cooking with Tiffany, Tiffany DuBois-Morales. Bye.